Hello, 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 and welcome to the DC times SRB Racing for Wishes 2022. We are here for the qualification. This stream, I'm gonna start it in English. I will probably try and do the commentary partly in English. So let me know if you are in the chat and you are one of our international audiences. I will make sure that I can give some commentary in English as well. Voor de mensen die hier in het Nederlands zijn, welkom allemaal bij de stream van DC-SimRacing en SRB SimRacing Belgium bij de kwalificatie voor de Racing for Wishes 2022. We gaan zo meteen beginnen met de kwalificatie, maar nu we hier al zijn, dacht ik om in ieder geval wat zaken te introduceren. Dus mensen zijn nu nog een beetje hun rondjes aan het oefenen, maar zometeen gaat het er echt voor. Voor de mensen die mij nog niet kennen, ik ben Errol. Ik ben een van de racers en commentatoren bij DC-SimRacing. Vandaag zal ik voornamelijk aan het woord zijn. Mogelijk dat er zometeen nog wat andere mensen even aanhaken, maar dat zal zometeen een verrassing zijn voor wanneer we aanhaken. Maar welkom iedereen uit Nederland en België en welkom iedereen internationaal. Zoals je ziet onderin, ja, we doen dit natuurlijk voor het goede doel, voor Making a Wish, Make a Wish Foundation, waar wij de Racing for Wishes doen. En wat fantastisch is dat we al op 1250 € volgens mij zitten. Ik kan alleen de dollars hier laten zien, maar we zitten in principe al op de helft van het doel wat we onszelf hebben gesteld. Sterker nog, we zijn ons eerste doel al voorbij. Dus wat dat betreft is het fantastisch om te zien hoe iedereen dit concept heeft opgepakt. En eigenlijk al voordat we überhaupt iets hebben uitgezonden, al zijn gekomen tot een mooi bedrag om mee te beginnen. En we hopen dat het natuurlijk en vanavond en dit weekend alleen maar meer wordt. Dus ja, nee, dat is gewoon super om te zien. Ik denk ondertussen dat het tijd wordt om ook wat geluiden van het circuit te laten horen. En om een of andere reden krijg ik die niet binnen, dus dat ga ik even controleren. Zodat iedereen daar ook van kan gaan genieten. Dan krijg je als je op het laatste moment nog een aantal dingetjes moet aanpassen. En dan... kijk, hier zijn we. Dan hebben we in ieder geval ook wat geluiden vanaf het circuit. Zo, dat klinkt er in ieder geval alsof er wat leven in de brouwerij is. Terwijl de coureurs hier op de achtergrond bezig zijn om warm te draaien voor de kwalificatie. Wordt in ieder geval een mooie sessie. Of we verwachten in ieder geval dat het een mooie sessie is. Sowieso doen er enorm veel verschillende niveaus mee voor deze 24 uur race. Dus dat is ook gewoon heel erg mooi te zien. Maar ook een aantal mensen om in de gaten te houden. En mooi om te zien dat we die bij dit fantastische evenement hebben kunnen krijgen. Dat is zo iemand als McCormack die meerijdt. Nou, dat is meestal een van de snelste aliens die op dit moment bij ACC te zien is. Dus het is tof om te zien dat dit gewoon breed gedragen wordt. Daarnaast hebben we natuurlijk een hele mooie lijst aan sponsoren die ook meehelpen om dit event te organiseren. En dat is een van de redenen waarom ook de McCormack bijvoorbeeld meedoet van de Himo setups. Dus tof in ieder geval om te zien. Welkom iedereen in de chat. Ik zie dat daar ook al lekker wat leven in de brouwerij is. Dus laat ook vooral weten in de chat wie je support, wie je graag wil zien. En dan doe ik mijn best om dat af en toe hier te laten zien. Voor de mensen inderdaad goed om te weten wanneer de stream start. Dit weekend. We verwachten dat het, zoals nu door Hotny al gezegd wordt, om 11:30. Dat is 11:30 de Centraal-Europese tijd. repeat that in English as well. The races this weekend, we will start at 11:30 Central European time, because we are, of course, streaming from the Netherlands and from Belgium. So that is the Central European time. So make sure if you are in another time zone that you are on time for the race. And also, in this way, I want to thank everybody who has already started a campaign, who has already donated. We have seen that, well, we are about halfway from our goal, 1,250 euros that already has been donated, which is awesome, awesome, awesome to see. So thank you very much for that.
Just for seeing, and I was just looking how I could enter the live stream. So now I found it in the commentary box. I go to live, and when I click on it, I'm on it again. That's the way I love it, because I need to I need to know for the race.
So one of the people you're hearing, we missed the start. So in the commentary box are Jean-Paul already here and Tim are here. They're also going to be giving commentary on Saturday and on Sunday. And as Jean-Paul was saying, we just wanted to test to make sure that he's ready for the race on Saturday.
Yeah. I'm looking on two screens right now, on the live screen, which I'm watching right now. But on the second one, I'm looking for my own driver in the team, who is having a drive. It's still free practice, but it's going okay for the moment.
You're already making publicity for your team then, Jean-Paul?
No. I haven't mentioned the name of my team. I haven't mentioned the name of my team.
But you can. You're allowed to.
Okay.
You're allowed to do that. In which team you're driving, Jean-Paul? I think it's Panic Racing. Yeah.
Panic Racing team, yeah.
Okay. And
you're already panicking, or?
And the panic has nothing to do with panic, but is a construction of my being a father. Yeah, I'm being a father of Christophe, so that's the pa, yeah, in Dutch. And Nick is the first three letters of my co-driver, Nico Waldniel. So that's the configuration of panic. Yeah, but panic has nothing to do with panicking. It's just the way we constructed our name.
Just to make clear, eh?
Yeah, just to make clear.
Well, they're saying in the chat, Jean-Paul, in English you sound like Gunther Steiner, so we want to know, do you also...
even a bit like the guy that's asking the questions, the long questions on the F1 press conferences.
Thank you very much. But it's
so
no
when are we gonna see merchandise from you, Jean-Paul? Because they're ready for it.
I hope you're all. I hope I'm glad. I would say I can do also the commentary on this channel for these 24 hours. It's how shall I say? It's very important, not only for us as drivers, but it's more important for the wishes that they can come true for the people who need them to come true.
Exactly. And
so the donations are, in fact, the donations should be more important than the driving. But when you're in the car, you're not thinking about the wishes and about the money, but you're just thinking about the driving.
Yeah, understandably. But I want to thank everybody that has donated already, because it's been way over expectation. I think we managed to get our goal before the race even started, so we raised our goal.
I don't know, because I don't know if we had to, because we created our own channel on TV or whatever it was, and we have donations for the Panic Racing team. But will they count into the global donations, or
yeah, for sure.
Yes,
they will count into that. Of course, we have a new goal, so we're happy with everybody who has been supporting. We're ready for some more support, and we will try and give you all the entertainment, all the information for the donation is in the description below if you are on YouTube. If you are on Twitch, we will try and make sure that that is ready for you as well. You can donate on the Tiltify page itself. You can donate via the team, and we will make sure that on Saturday and Sunday we will give the teams who have been helping a little bit of a shout out to tell everybody what they've been putting into this, and we'll just do our best to entertain.
Okay.
Indeed. And I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Tim, and I'm the broadcaster from SimRacing Belgium. So that's why I'm here, and I'm happy to be part of this great event that we put together with DC-SimRacing. Eh? It's a nice cooperation. So I'm very happy that there are a lot of teams. Can you see how many are in the qualifier at the moment?
43.
Currently 43
Yeah.
are here.
So okay, it's nice.
That is
So
looking good.
that's already looking nice. So and I'm very happy with the donations we have already. It's way beyond expectations. So let's hope that we can make that new goal and make some wishes, huh?
Yeah.
So at the moment, we have McCormack. That's the fast guy you were talking about. That's been showing already in free practice.
He
That is
is
fast, huh?
definitely an alien.
Yeah.
So he will not be here for the prizes. He is just here for, or the team is just here for the entertainment. Of course, he is part of the sponsors. He's one of the Hemo setup guys, together with Crossland. They're just here to show their support and to show everybody how fast it can actually go.
Yeah, it
Also
goes,
to, but you know, also the fun in that is to try and get as close as possible. These guys, we can tell you, it is not going to be about first place because they're probably going to take first place. It's going to be about second and the rest. However, it's a 24-hour race, and we have seen over the season this year that when it's a long race, longer than 6 to 8 hours, it's about more than just speed
being fast.
over a single
Yeah.
lap.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Indeed.
Exactly.
It's consistency and it's a bit
Yes.
tactics also, because
Yeah.
we have
And
a lot of teams that are.
I have been watching the team of Errol in the past on the 6 hours and 8 hours and even 12 or 24 hours, and it show if they have. You need to have just a little bit of luck sometimes. Yeah, in cases that when one is going off road just before you or in front of you, and he's coming back on track, and you're just there, and he's hitting you, yes or no, that gives you a penalty, like you have to go into pits, you have to do the repairs, and so on and so on. On the other hand, if you stay out of that, if you can stay out of some kind of trouble, I've seen them finishing on the podium, yeah, and that's quite an achievement, I think.
Oh,
No
for
Errol
sure.
is correct.
We have had situations. We're lucky enough. We had a rough start this year to the endurance season, but we have two instances where we beat one of the aliens. People were on a similar-ish level as McCormack. We have beaten Houben, the team of Houben, and we have beaten one of the other fast drivers, just because we were able to balance our risk and our reward. Not get into like any fights that we shouldn't be in, overtake cleanly,
Exactly.
not getting any penalties,
Exactly.
good pit stops, and then
Yeah.
we were able to beat them in the end. Yeah.
Yeah, anything can happen on a 24-hour
And,
race.
and an endurance is not like always, I should say. It's not the first corner you win the race. Eh? In the first corner you can lose the race, but in an endurance it's so much more. You have to watch the level on of your tires. You have the your strategy has to be right. When do I come in? When is this driver driving? When is that driver driving? And so on. So it's more than just being fast on track. You have to be fast on track, but there are other things that coming to point and that you have to understand when you are in an endurance race.
Definitely. We have won 2 races this season, and we have never started in the top 5.
Voilà.
Mm,
Yeah. No, even better. You haven't. Yeah, okay. No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying anything, Emily. Okay.
Hey, Machos, thank you for the greetings for the 222 Porsche. We will make sure we give them a shout out when the qualifying is actually starting because they are in a pit now, as most people are. We are getting ready for qualification, which should commence within the next 2 minutes. We're gonna take a really short break and give some exposure to our sponsors as well, and we will be back in a sec.
Green light, go, go, go.
Welcome back, everybody. We are back live on circuit. The drivers have just gone out of the pits and are probably, because they're really close, they're probably gonna stand in the queue before the last corner. But this always happens. This always happens. It's a short track.
Yeah, when I saw the entries, I was thinking, maybe Watkins Glen is gonna be too small for this event, but I think it's gonna be doable. Just in the quali, like you said, they gonna have to make a little queue and be polite to each other, and I think everything will be fine then.
Yeah, it's Watkins Glen, the circuit that we're racing at. It's known to give great racing, but when you're on track with about 44 teams in qualifying, it's a bit rough, especially like the first time you go out. It's gonna be a bit rough, but as you can see, the qualifying is still 27 minutes to go. So people are gonna have enough time to find a space and try and find their position to get a good lap in. You can see McCormack in here has already created a gap for himself so he can get out strong and set a quick lap time.
I notice Williams Esport in their team name, so I guess they drive for Williams Esports.
Yeah, Dara is from Williams Esport, and I wonder if he's in a team with. Let's see, where is he? Yeah, he is with Crossland. Not everybody who is in that team is actually from Williams. Crossland and Dinko, and I think does the hacker one. I think they're from G2, but it's probably just I don't have their actual livery. Usually it's a white livery that they have with Williams Esports, so we'll see. I was expecting them to drive with a Hemo livery, to be honest.
Okay. Maybe did you sync before the race?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But I'll make sure
Maybe.
it's ready for the racing.
Yeah. I think their sponsors would appreciate it also.
For sure. But we can see that they've already driven 43.1. Currently it's 25 degrees. I think it's pretty close to what I've seen possible in 25 degrees. However, I know that he is able to drive a little bit quicker, but that is probably when the temperature is also a bit lower. But we are seeing that actually Sointsev is getting pretty close within half a second,
Yeah.
which is pretty good.
Yeah, indeed.
And of course a few drivers who were unable to get a good lap in, just getting warm, getting ready for it. About 22 people have been able to get a time in, and let's see if somebody is going a lot quicker. Yeah, actually Derry is going about half a tenth quicker, but we can see that Yannick in the DC livery for Mercedes this time is actually getting a little bit quicker. He's winning about 3/10 now. He lost 2/10 because he was about 4/10 up, so he has some time to make up for now. Normally a BMW driver, for this special event they have chosen for Mercedes. And I'm not going to tell you why. You will have to see the race. Secrets.
I'm hearing that some people that are watching via our Twitch are having some problems with the quality, but you have to click on the settings button in the bottom, and there you can choose 1080p. I don't know why Twitch put it on 144p, so yeah.
144 is
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
really low.
Yeah,
On
that's
YouTube it's the same. It's standard selects about 480 or 720, so you can also change it to 1080. We can see that Yannick has actually improved his time. However, he has only one place. We'll have a look at who's improving as well. We can see that Chris Nats from Flatspot Racing is currently about half a second up.
Yeah.
It used to be half a second up, it's now about 3/10. Ooh, a few yellows. We can see right now probably people stopping, but he is going through the last corner, and he is at least going to improve 3 spots from 22 to 17, 5 spots. So that is a nice improvement there. And let's see, we have somebody who is really making progress here. It's Louis Visser from Swift Motorsports from South Africa. Currently a second up. He has gone from 32 to 26. So that is a nice improvement. And he's stopping the car now. So I need to choose somebody quickly before he's in the pits. We have Max Sreti currently here going over the line, improving from 40 to 30. So that's nice 10 spots. And we still have 22 minutes to go.
I have connected with the race control also, so I have a little bit more data too now.
Awesome.
And it's working fine, so...
we can see in the front that actually currently Florian Bourgeois, I think, from G-League Esports, is getting a quick lap time in. He was about half a second up, about 3/10 now, so he's getting ready to improve some, because it is pretty close. We can see that from 2 to, I think, let's say number 9, number 10 is within a few tenths, so he can make up some good time if he is able to improve about 3/10. Last corner here, get it over the line. It should go to 2.
And you really have to pick your... he improved a lot. Yeah, indeed. He went to second place. So... it's a pretty nice time, huh?
And after that he was like, that is my best, I'm gonna go back to pit.
Yeah.
I need some new tires. A little bit of
But
fuel.
you really have to choose your moment. Eh? Okay, it's 30 minutes, but 30 minutes ain't forever also. So with more than 40 people on the track, 43 people at the moment, it's you have to do some track management to get your times in. Eh?
For sure.
Also, the track will be improving by the end of the session, so times will only improve.
Definitely. That's the thing is, it says optimum, but there are still different levels of optimum. I
Yeah,
think there are
indeed.
about 3 levels within the optimum setting. So the track, especially when you are on track with a lot of people, you see that at the end of the session there are still about 2 to 3 tenths in it. But you have to be there, and you have to be a little bit lucky as well.
Yeah, indeed.
But it still is very close, huh? If I'm going from 25th to 36th, that's only 1 second. It's not 1 second. It's 0.9 of a second. So it's very close, I think.
Yeah, you need to be there, and every tenth, as you can see, like when you look at the timing on
Yeah,
the left right now,
yeah, yeah,
if you improve 1 or 2 tenths, it can be 2 to 5 spots.
yeah.
So it's
And
That's what I.
I noticed that Prinzi, car number 23, is improving on his lap, so he might go up a few spots. Oh,
Team Renegade Sim Racing from Italy, going through cleanly to this U-turn. Maybe he can get a little bit of a slipstream from the Audi, but they do have blue flags, so I hope for him that they're gonna jump out of the way when he gets close. Because on a straight, it's nice to be behind somebody, but in a corner, you lose downforce.
yeah, indeed.
He's still about 1.5 tenths up, so he can make up about 2 spots if he continues this. Oh, he gets very close to the Porsche there. The Porsche.
Ooh, and maybe
Oh,
off track here. And I
no, that's
think,
done. That's done. He had to
yeah,
brake.
indeed.
He had to
Now,
brake hard.
we have Kurt, car number 112. He was already improving on his lap when I noticed before, but he's now in almost 2 tenths of his lap. I don't know where he's. He's almost at the end, though. Yeah.
Last corner now.
Yeah.
So he should be able to get into the top 10 with that, or probably 9th. There we
Yeah.
go.
Good guess. Also, Boucher, I noticed, is.
Yeah, that means that the track is improving, because it
Yeah,
seems like
yeah,
everybody is winning about 2 tenths. Even
Indeed.
McCormick at the front is also improving about 2 to 3 tenths. So probably the track is a little bit better now, but I mean, we still have 18 minutes to go, so it's probably everybody's going to have to improve a few more tenths. But Yannick is
yeah.
going to be pushed out of top 10 if this continues. I think it's the last corner here for Hugo Boucher. Vroom vroom. And he goes vroom vroom to number 3. That is a big jump. That is a good lap by Hugo, the Frenchman, who has improved a lot there.
Just a little bit of info. My pit wall is showing only 5 drivers. How is that possible? Allee, the pit wall that I have, the link from DC-Sim, eh?
That's strange.
I don't have the pit wall.
Pitwall.live.
I think Menno is doing it. Maybe message Menno that he has to refresh it.
Not that important, but yeah.
Pitwall has been a little bit bucky, unfortunately.
No problem.
But you can use ACC control if you want to, by the way.
Yeah, but that doesn't work because I'm watching, eh? And if you're watching, you're not then.
Yeah, just change the IP address. Just change the IP address to the one.
Yeah, I don't know the IP address.
It's in the control room channel.
Ah, okay. Then I have to look. 1 second. Okay.
We saw that.
Don't click on the names, because then you will change the camera also. Just saying that you're not clicking around just to highlight.
But on the control room. Sorry to mention it, but I just have the password for the spectator, but there is never. I don't see any IP address mentioned.
Scroll a lot up.
Just a sec, Jim.
Yeah. It's on the 2111.
Okay, I have it. No problem. Okay.
Alright, cool.
Okay. And the port is not.
Yeah. This qualification is also a bit a test for the big stream of this weekend. So we are testing our systems a bit because they have to run for 24 hours, and every commentator has to be able to control the cameras. So we're gonna work in shifts of, I think, 2 to 4 hours. I think.
Yeah, but it will be more. I have seen the scheme, I say, and that's very. We have commentary every hour of the day.
That's nice, huh? And I have an extra commentator too, because Jens has trouble with his wrist, and he cannot drive for the team SRB 2, the second team. So he has to forfeit. So he's gonna help a bit with stewarding and commentary. So yeah, it's gonna be a 24-hour stream. So prepare your coffee and your Red Bull. I would suggest.
Probably the one that we know is Rodney. He will probably be around for the full 24 hours. he has a lot of practice with the Le Mans, so he knows how to survive for 24 hours.
I'm a bit too old for that, so I cannot do that anymore.
Neither can I. Alright, just to give a few shoutouts, because as we said, we have already raced 1250. Actually, it's already 1282 because somebody has done another 30. We have a few teams who are racing, who are trying a fund race, so not race as in drive, but race as in fund race. I want to give them a little bit of a shout out because they have been doing awesome work. We can see that currently the SimRacing Belgium Team 1 has been able to raise more than $300, so that is awesome, very awesome to see. Second, the other guys racing for Wishes, they have already raised 240. DC-SimRacing has been able to raise 195. And we have a few others who have been contributing as well. Fundraising, Team Fundraising, and SimRacing Belgium Team 2. Flat Spot Racing has also been donating and raising more than $100. So thank you very much. And also the Pa Nick Racing Team and the Swifties. Thank you very much for your donation.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody thanks, because it's way beyond expectation, and yeah, I cannot thank you guys enough for donating this much for Make-A-Wish. Thanks again.
I'm leaving the channel and I'm going to the channel of my team, so I'm prepared. Thank you very much also for the connection. I know where I have to be on Saturday and on Sunday, so I will try to do my best also in English for the commentary, but during the later evening hours it might be some Dutch too. So if you are on the stream and you see and you're having a Dutch commentary and it's not what you understand, give me a shout or whatever in the boxes, so that I can go in English too. Thank you very much.
after some duvels, you will stay.
Yeah.
You will continue.
But I have to
maybe.
race too, you know. I have to race
Yeah.
too, so it will be. It is.
That's
I will. I
what-
will. I will skip the duvels then.
Just ask for Gunter, and then we know that you want to hear JP talk in English.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye, guys.
Bye.
Later. Hey Kevin, it's cool to see that you're driving your Saturday and Sunday with DC-SimRacing. We'll have a lookout for you. Good luck, and I hope you're doing well in qualifying as well. You're currently not driving, probably one of your teammates is, but I hope to see you on Saturday and on Sunday. Show Kate Cox. Where's Kate Cox? Or are you just trying to make this funny name? Kate Cox. Here we go. Currently a 10th up, 10th and a half. Kieran. That's the other guys. That is okay. That's one of the teams that have been fundraising a lot in the past few days already, and sponsored by one of our co-commentators, Mets IT, as I can see. In the red BMW, I don't see a lot of red BMWs. But that is
No.
at least unique.
We have a pink one too. Yeah, look.
So it's the pink piggy and the red devil who are racing here.
Yeah.
Ooh, the pink one, he went a little bit wide there, so I'm afraid that Kieran is gonna have. He's still about a 10th. I think he did lose a 10th with the distraction, but he might be able to save it a little bit. He's losing through the last 2 corners for now. Oh, he's like on the same time that he was already driving, so he's not gonna improve a lot, but he still has a few more laps to go. And let's see how much McCormick has been disillusioning everybody. 42.4 currently, but HCO is there with a 43.2. So it is, it's pretty close from 2 to about place 7 right now. No, place 10 right now. That's within half a second, so that is pretty close.
Yeah, but even after that, it stays very close. It all stays within 2 seconds from place 27. So
A little bit of a hit by Pascal into the barrier while going over start finish, but he still improves from 12th to 7th, so that is pretty good. But that means that he still has about a 10th or something left in that last corner, because when you hit the wall, the wall kind of like pulls you in, so you lose a little bit of acceleration when you do that in this game. Not like the NASCAR where you can just like race against the barrier and win about 5 places, like Gran Turismo, but no.
it's in iRacing too.
In iRacing you just have to drive on the grass.
Yeah, also.
Let's go, Matthias. Do we have a last name for Matthias? I'd love to show Matthias, but only if I know the last name. Or the car number.
That's a bit the trouble in ACC. That's always the last name, also in the race control app.
Yep, that's very difficult to see the full name. So Kevin Réveillon, I would love to show Matthias if you just let us know what is the car number or what is the last name.
Well, there are only a few options. I think I see about 4 with the M, starting with the M. So I know one of them. Kronen, it's not. That's Michiel. So.
Proximite got the message, so you're lucky. We have Morrison in sight right now. He is currently about a 10th up. Now he's losing a little bit more into that corner. She's about 2/10 off in this lap. Currently on place 25.
And also on place 6, car number 22, Raichinov. he's improving a bit, and he might go up a place or two, I think, with that time. So
Yeah, this is gonna be the last part, the last 6 minutes. This is when you need to be on track, when you need to be on point. You have to make sure that you have practiced or used this practice or this qualification setting to your advantage, and try and get the max out of the car.
also position 8. I don't know where he's on track, but Kaplanek, he's also improving a lot, and he could take 4th places with the 210s that he's taking at the moment. So he's on the last corner, I see. If he can keep this up and take a bit of the slipstream from the car before him, he's going to improve a lot. And oh, what happened?
So, wait, did he push the brake?
Yeah, he was like 2/10 up, and suddenly, I don't understand that.
That was weird. That might be some expensive 210s that he let go over there.
Yeah, cause look, he's leaving again. Maybe he thought I'm gonna go quick to the pits and do another lap, but 2/10 was enough to go to 4th place. I think even maybe no, yeah, even maybe 3rd place. So I don't know why he gave up that lap. So
Daniel's saying a tank slapper, but I didn't see a tank slapper in. Maybe he did. Maybe he lost a lot of time. Maybe he invalidated, can also be a possibility. But he still has a few more laps to try it out. We can see that Kearns is actually improving. Oh, now he lost the time there, so he made a little bit of a mistake into the last corner. From Brabant.
Yeah, Wout from Brabant. That's almost a family team, because Dieter van Brabant is also driving. That's his nephew. So it's I think there is one more in that team that's family. So yeah, both Dieter is driving in SRB, so it's one of our teams, and Wout is a very fast guy normally, so I hope he can improve his time a bit more. But the how do I have to say that that niveau, the
level.
The level, yeah, the level of the drivers is pretty high today. The top 10 are setting very good times in on this track, so it's gonna be hard for the average driver, I think, to go in the top 10. I think, no?
Yeah, probably. I think if you're like 10 to 20, you have done a fantastic job. If you're below that, it doesn't mean like all is lost. As we said, it is a 24-hour race, so there's going to be enough opportunities to try and take advantage of mistakes from somebody else and make sure that you don't make mistakes yourself, of course. There's going to be enough opportunities, but I think for like the normal drivers, as we are, I think something between 10 and 20 is very, very awesome.
Yeah, but a good qualification. We are talking about it's an endurance, but qualification is important too, because a good starting position can get you out of trouble on maybe some incidents on the start. We are hoping we are not gonna get a lot of incidents, but with a grid of almost 50 people, because not everybody is qualifying. I think maybe we're gonna get more teams in the weekend. So
I think about 3 teams are missing.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a lot of people on the grid. So the starting position you get by doing this qualification is very important too, to get out of there safe, and to make some space between you and the guys behind you.
Yeah, usually top 5 is usually you make it easy for yourself, because the start is usually less issues on the start. when you're 5 to 10, it is actually difficult. It- it's a place where you have a lot of quick people who are trying to make a quick advantage of a little bit of a brake issue or braking a little bit later than it should be. Try and be opportunistic. From 10 to 15, it's usually then again a little bit easier, but from 15 to 25, it can be it's very, very difficult because if one person goes, usually more than one person goes.
Yeah, and there is not a lot of space on this track, so it's gonna be, yeah. The first corner, luckily the first corner there is a lot of space on the side, so maybe.
No, it's not going to be the first corner. The issue on this track is the bus stop.
Yeah, indeed.
The bus stop is where people are getting really close because, especially at the start, you have like for instance, the Porsche. The Porsche is very, very quick on this track, but it's not quick in a straight line. So what happens is when you're, for instance, so you're around place 10, and you start and you get onto this long straight into the bus stop where we are at right now, you will see that the Hondas, the BMWs, the Aston Martins, the Audis, they will get really close and they will try and see if they can make a move into the chicane. And that is usually when it goes wrong.
Good
We,
at.
as we were looking at the Porsche, he is making a mistake there. He has lost his time. He will not have a new chance. We can
No,
see if
'cause
somebody is
we
still
have-
improving. So Insef is improving currently. He might be able to take a few spots there. We can see further back Brioche in the Aston Martin is improving a few tenths as well, so he might be able to improve his position. And we see further in the field Czarnecki and Kronen, who are actually improving as well. And if we switch to Kronen here, Michiel Kronen from SimRacing Belgium in the Audi. We will we will make sure that the deliveries are up to date for the race. It seems like some people were maybe a little bit late and I didn't get the update in, but we will make sure that this is all ready for the race. He did improve his time a little bit, but I don't think he improved on his position. 35 for now, and I think we have a top 10 shootout, right?
Yeah, we have a Super Pole top 10, I think, on the race day. So there could be some changes in the top 10 before the race.
Alright, so the Super Pole is going to be on Saturday. This
I
will
think,
be
yeah.
for the top 10.
Yeah, for top 10, I think we'll do a Super Pole. Yeah.
Alright, so that means that people are going to have only one lap to do it all, and that probably means that you have to adjust your setup a little bit because you only have an out lap and then a hot lap and then it's done.
Yeah, indeed. So the top 10 teams are gonna have to make an extra qualify setup, a super fast qualify setup with low fuel. So yeah, very important to do that if you're in one of the top 10 teams. But I think they are
Green light, go, go, go.
wise enough to know that. So
For
yeah,
sure.
I wish them all luck on Saturday, and yeah, I hope everybody that's watching now will be there too on Saturday. Yeah?
For sure. Thank you everybody for watching the qualifying here. Again, we will make sure that all the liveries are in. I could already see there were some awesome liveries in here.
Yeah.
I saw a Dragon Ball livery a little bit, so maybe we can take a little bit of time on Saturday to make sure that we can show off everybody's liveries and give a shout out to the teams.
We have 24 hours to do that.
Can I have a breach, please?
Hey, we have Menno
the-
that has entered the
The Super
commentary.
Bowl is right after, well, it's starting in about 15 minutes, I guess.
Oh, it is gonna
okay.
be tonight. Okay.
Yes,
okay,
it is
okay.
tonight. So
All
we're
right.
now sorting
Everybody
out.
stay here. Everybody stay here.
Yeah.
Keep watching.
Everybody outside the top 10 is now leaving the server, and after that's done, we are going into Super Bowl.
Awesome. So we are actually going to see the drivers here today. We're going to see if we can make the Hemo guys trip up and maybe make a little mistake and have a little bit of a surprise. But the top 10 people here are going to battle it out for those last few important positions for Saturday. And I can maybe do a quick refresh of the liveries. We will be back in about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, I think, and then we will be live with the Super Bowl.
Okay. See you guys in 5 minutes. We
Green light. Go, go, go. Green light. Give it all you can.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We are not in broadcasting mode, so let me change that. And
Yeah.
the first person who is driving out should be. Race control needs to be restarted as well because I went back into the server. Hopefully, we have fixed the livery issues. The first person was
Yeah,
the
and,
number 10, Galin, who is on their way on his outlap for the Super Pole. What is the Super Bowl? Well, you have one chance and one chance only to set a great lap time. Why this is so difficult is because the way that the tires work in ACC, you actually have more grip in your second lap, so the first lap from your out lap. However, usually the temperatures and the pressures are not correct. So what you probably have to do is do some trickery with the setup to make sure that you have the max grip, the max slip
tire
you need to
pressure, yeah.
have
Tire
in
pressure.
exactly. And that is actually the challenge, because if you go too quick in your outlap, you will grain the tires, you will lose lap time. If you not go fast enough, you don't have enough pressure. So it is a very fine line, and that is what makes the Super Pole so very interesting. And Galin from Pit Stop UK is going to start his lap now.
Can you restart the stream on Discord too?
Okay, yeah. Just a sec. If I can find my Discord. There we go. Should be
Okay,
there.
nice.
He goes pretty cleanly through the chicane there. Into the right-hander, you have to try and hug the apex, hug the inside. He was unable to, so he might have lost a little bit of time there.
Yeah.
This one looks
Now
nice and clean. Take the curb on the exit, come over to the left side, brake later than you think, hug the inside again. You have to do like a double apex without going too far into the corner, because there's banking in the corner, so you need to stay on the inside there to actually use the track to your advantage. Here, late into the apex as well. Take a little bit of the curb. That looks clean. This is a very difficult corner because it's easy to overdo it, and you see a little bit of a wiggle from the back of the car there. That is because he went onto the throttle a little bit too early. Conservative there over the curb. You can use a little bit more and take a lot of the curb on the exit here, and he goes to a 144.1, and I think he did a 43 in the qualifying earlier, but of course there is less rubber on the track currently, so a good lap so far from Galin. And so the next one is going to be Princey.
Yeah.
From Team Renegade. Luca, our Italian overlords in the, I think it's gold, or is that like
gold.
mustard yellow? It's
I think it's a matte gold. Yeah, gold. Yeah, with some green in it. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird color, but
well, at
I
least he
like
stands
it.
out with that. He stands out with it. The 23
Yeah.
Aston Martin, one of the quicker cars actually here on Watkins Glen. If you can make it work, there's a very fine line with this car. Late on the brakes, try and get there's a little bump in the first corner, and you have to like go over the bump a little bit, but not too much, and then the car will kind of like turn around you, and that makes the rotation of the car a little bit easier. Aston Martin, of course, has a great top speed and is very easy on the brakes as well, so this should be fine. Good on the curbs. He's a little bit conservative on the curbs there, so I think he could have done a little bit more. Nice on the inside there, hugging the apex. Going to outside now, take a little bit of the outside curb. Looking good so far.
Yeah, I think the most time you can take is here in the boot section of the track. It's called the boot because it looks like a boot. Those are the corners you lose your winner. Your winner lose your time. Like here, the banked. Yeah, how do I say it?
Yeah, with the banking it's weird because sometimes on this track it seems like you're not going like outside, inside, outside, but
Yeah,
sometimes you have to go to the inside a little bit early, and then with the banking of the corner, the track makes sure that you stay on the inside, but if you're outside the banking too much, it kind of like spits you out.
yeah, indeed, and you lose traction a lot if you go too high on that banking. So and you lose a lot of time. I
He
don't know.
was
I drove the track a lot in iRacing, so I didn't drive it a lot or I didn't drove it in ACC, so it's a bit different for me. But it's the same. It's a very tough corner, that one, and it's the corner where you win or lose time in this on this track.
for sure, and especially with
With the
the
straight, with the
chic,
straight that comes, and the straight that comes after it.
exactly.
'Cause, yeah.
And with
Uh,
this one,
thing
Princey just
Yeah.
300s slower, so he did lose a little bit. I think he had to lift with the second to last corner because he was really on the limit of track limits there, making him lose a little bit of time. We're looking at Daniel Kaplanek now, Team Fun Racing, also in the Aston Martin. He takes a little bit of curb. He also has yeet on the front of his car, so he's used to just sending it. So far, so good. A little bit of curb there. late braking, kind of letting the
Yeah.
car glide into it. That was looking
Yeah,
actually
that
pretty
was
clean.
nice. Yeah. And now the corner.
Yeah, you can brake late and you can also go on the throttle very early. It's such a weird corner, but if you get it
Yeah.
right, it's a really good feeling.
Yeah, if you get it right, it's good feeling. Plus, you look at the long straight. That's where you take the time. The exit speed of that corner is so important on this track.
Yeah,
Also,
you have to go on the throttle early without losing the back end. So it's a really fine balancing act. He gets a little bit of the inside curb there. He takes less of the outside curb. Interesting. Early into the corner here. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I think he might go to provisional pole here. There we go.
yeah.
43.7. And that is
Very
pretty
nice.
close to the times that we have seen in the normal qualifying session. So he's getting there. Nice time by Team Fun Racing, was it? Yeah, Team Fun
In
Racing.
Fun Racing, yeah.
And that means it's time for the first Ferrari. This car is so weird on this track. It is really quick. Of course, the Ferrari has one of the best reactive front ends, so it's really good into the corner. It's really easy to point it into the corner. The thing is, it's dangerous. You can go like 9 out of 10 times you will go perfectly over the bumps into the
Curbs,
chicane,
yeah.
and then the 10th time it kills you.
Yeah. But it's one of the I like that car in ACC. Sorry to say, not a lot of guys use the Ferrari, but I like that car. Like you said, it's a bit sharper, it turns better, and yeah, I think it's a good car. I like it.
Oh,
It's one
it's
of my
definitely
favorites.
underappreciated. It needs a little
Yeah.
bit of setup work. It has a
Ooh,
lot of slap.
he lost a bit of the rear there, and I think he lost a lot of time.
And
So
that is exactly. Ooh, and again, he has
yeah,
a little bit of instability on entrance. That means he probably is using a little bit too much of his braking there, making the car unstable. Probably stamping on the brakes instead of slowly releasing it. Maybe give a little bit of maintenance throttle there, but I'm afraid he lost a little bit of time
yeah.
with that. And I think that will give him 4th place for now, because those were 2 slides.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna set a good time because of those 2 slides. We have to see what the others are gonna do also. So it's
Yeah,
not.
second.
Yeah,
So far, I think he lost about half a second with those two
indeed,
instances.
indeed.
Unfortunately,
Yeah. We have another guy on track, Rechinov. Uh, Ven, oh, Ventislav, if I say that correctly. From
we're
off
gonna have to
race.
apologize for now,
Yeah.
for tonight, and for the race. We will not be able to pronounce every name perfectly. We'll try our best.
Yeah, I'm gonna practice a bit tomorrow, so because I see there are a lot of names that have some difficulty to pronounce. Yeah, I'm gonna practice a bit so I do this correctly on Saturday. So, but the team is a bit easier to pronounce. That's Off Pace Racing with car number 22, and one of the guys in the Porsches. That's a very how do I say, very daring car to take for a 24-hour race. It's a very fast car, but it's not an easy car to tame. And I think it's also the case in ACC, Errol.
For sure. It has a slightly difficult back end, but it does have a lot of grip. So it's slidey and it has grip. But the biggest problem here on Watkins Glen is the top speed, which is a bit lacking. So it's a fast car in like a qualifying setting, but it's a really difficult car to race with, because if somebody does get close to you, he should be able to put it next to you with the top speed. So you have to maximize your corners, take a lot of speed, and that means you have to take a lot of risks, which makes it a little bit more difficult again.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
indeed.
And now
And
Rechinov is going over the line. 4th place
yeah,
so far.
place. Yeah. And you have another guy that's left the pits. That's Boucher with car number 101, Hugo from France. Hugo Boucher, hein, on va parler en français si vous voulez.
Yeah, you should be able to pronounce those French names. I will leave that to you.
Yeah, I can even speak. In French if there are any supporters of Hugo watching. Bienvenue sur le stream de DC-SimRacing et SimRacing Belgium. On roule aujourd'hui pour la qualification des 24 heures de Watkins Glen qui va se faire rouler en samedi et samedi et dimanche. Hein. Je suis juste voilà. Et voilà, on voit maintenant Hugo Boucher qui est en train de faire son son Super Pole lap. Et on va voir qu'est-ce qu'il va faire. Hein. Voilà, c'est pour les gens français. On a fait. Hein. Voilà. We did it for the French guys. So-
Nice. And if there are any girls in the stream, or maybe some of the guys, I think they fell a little bit of in love with you there, with the French accent. Just such a nice language there.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to learn because I'm not from the French part of Belgium, but I went to a school in Brussels, so it was a Dutch-speaking school, but everybody spoke French there. So if you
I
wanted
see.
friends, you have to learn French. So yeah, it's important to learn a lot of languages in this
Sure.
international world we live in.
Ooh, and Hugo went into
Yeah,
second
second
place with that.
place.
He
Nice
was a
time, yeah.
little bit how do you say, he was able to take a little bit more of the curbs there, so I think he was careful because you only have one chance. If you go over the track limits, it's done. But still nicely a second place so far with a 43.9. Next person on track, Alexei Sointsev with Oman Racing with TF Sport. So I think this is like a collaboration between two racing teams.
Yeah,
They're
looks like,
for
yeah.
numbers. I think like the livery also looks like it has really like two parts. So yeah, maybe
Yeah,
it's,
it looks like a combination of the two liveries. Huh?
yeah.
Maybe if you switch to camera 1, it's a bit closer, I think, no?
Try that. Looks good though. Really like the color scheme of this one. It also has a little bit of the wings at the front, like the Aston Martin links, looking really good here.
Yeah, I've seen some nice liveries today. Always very impressed with the creativity of the guys who make those. So, and it brings another dimension to the game. If you can drive with your own livery, I always say it's 2/10 quicker with your own livery.
Well, looking pretty good so far. We saw him hugging the apex pretty close. He has no wiggle here at the end, maximizing the track. And let's see how much risk he takes here on the curb. Oh, he takes about the maximum you can take there. It is still valid. Close to the wall.
He's gonna put down a good time, I think.
Fastest lap so far.
Fastest lap.
Well done, Alexei. That is a really quick time for a Super Bowl.
Indeed.
One lap wonder. That is pretty good.
It's close to the qualification time from previous session, I think.
Yeah, because I think only McCormack was in the 42s, right? So I think 43.1 was the quickest from spot number 2. So with a 43.3, that is really, really good. And here we have another Ferrari, one of the 3 Ferraris in the top 10 actually. The yellow one from Hans Koh with Vivid Global Racing. Takes a lot of curb there, looking good. We can see the car jumping.
Twitchy, little twitchy,
little twitchy, but looking good so far. He is cleanly into the apex there. Yeah, for one lap it doesn't really matter, right? So you can just like push it into the corner. If you do that in a race, like the tire temperatures goes to around 105, and once you're at 105, it never goes back, and you just lose traction and traction every lap, every lap. So you have to be careful in the race, but in the qualifying you can just send it.
Maybe the Ferrari ain't the qualifying car on this track. Let's see what Hans can do with it. But I think he lost some time with the twitchiness in the chicane. I don't have my timing open, so you have a real time, so maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but
So far it is looking pretty good. I don't think he's on point for pole, but it might be close. It's difficult to see actually. 2.5.
oh yeah, I
second.
take second place, yeah. Okay. I take it back, the Ferrari could be the car to qualify on this track.
I think he just took a lot of risk, and if the car bounces correctly, it's fine. But it's difficult to take those risks when you're in the race. But now we can see that Florian Bourgeois from J-League Esports Elite from France as well is going in another yellow Ferrari, but with a little bit of a different backside to the Ferrari. But now at least he knows that Hans has done a great job so far, so he needs to take a little bit of a risk as well. We can see actually a little bit less bounce there, looks a little bit cleaner. Gets it into the apex nicely there.
What's up with all those yellow Ferraris?
Yeah. I think these guys are from RDC Racing or something. I saw a logo. Oh. You can see less in TV1, but at least we can.
Yeah, you
go a
can.
little bit
Yeah,
closer.
yeah. It's a little bit closer, but you have less of an overview.
Fun driver.
Fun driver. Tim even laughs in French, Daniel. So yeah, we're reading the chat here.
Looking clean, but it's difficult to say if it's quicker. That's sometimes usually when it looks a little bit slower, it's actually a little bit quicker because it looks really clean. I think he might be challenging for the second spot as well.
Let's see. Yeah.
There we go. Really close though, really close.
Yeah, Florian did a very nice time here.
And like you said, there was a little bit of a instability over the curves with Hans Koh, so that might be just that little bit of a tenth that
he
losing.
lost. Yeah, indeed.
And I've updated deliveries, but I don't think that Dere has uploaded deliveries, so we have to make sure that their livery here will be there for the race.
We have time to do that tomorrow, so that's why the qualify session on another day is a good trial run for the big event.
Well, Dere is gonna show. Ooh, he takes so much risk there.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, and that is what we mean. That's why a super pole is so awesome, because it can even call out guys like Dere McCormick, probably one of the fastest qualifiers in the game right now, and just on the limit, and he was over the limit for 1%, making him lose a little bit of time. However, he did have a little bit of a margin. Margin. That's the word I'm looking for. Because he had about 6/10 in his pocket compared to I think it was Bourgeois who was third or second in the normal qualifying session, so he might be able to still make it to pole, but we'll see. Looking very clean here, so he pulled it back just a little bit.
Yeah, the doubt is his lap still valid because he went off track there, in the
I
Chicago, and
think
here also on the big limit. So I don't know if
no, he got away with that. I think he got away with that
let's
because
see,
it's not
let's see.
red. Ooh, and
Ooh, and he's
still number
still
one.
taking, oh,
Wow,
man,
Dere, what are you doing to
damn,
me?
damn.
That is
Damn,
amazing, though. He had
that's impressive. I never seen that, man. That's very impressive.
so much risk. So much risk, but he's still able to make pole position here. So we can see that in a few instances, especially I think so in Tef, able to get a few extra spots in there. We don't have people who have lost a lot. Maybe Petrus, he made a little bit of a mistake there, so he
Yeah,
lost a few spots. Oh, it's his line, I think. I think it's his qualifying line because he just did it again when he doesn't have to. So I think that's a little bit of a trick to
yeah.
maximize the track here. Well, we can
Yeah.
watch the replay a little bit here. Let's see. I think this is the lap, and we'll take it from. Should we do it from the cockpit or from the back? Let's see what will work.
Yeah, maybe we can watch a lap from the cockpit. Maybe interesting.
This is the pole lap with Darren McCormack. You can see that he maximizes the track everywhere. Gets to the inside here, gets to the inside on the left side. He knows exactly where those lines are. We just
And
have to
look at
ignore the
this.
messages for now because otherwise we will lose the replay. And this goes in so close to the wall there.
Oh man, that is, yeah, that was.
Oof. He did lose it there. It is his line, but he did almost lose it there.
Yeah.
Oh, and that is probably
Yeah,
the replay
that's the
gone.
end of the
Green light,
session.
green
Yeah.
light.
So
All right, this is your top 10 qualifying so far. Thank you all for watching. We were
yeah,
able to see a little bit of the replay there, but I'm afraid that I didn't save it so that we lost it. Let's see if I press replay. No, that is gone. So unfortunately, I will not be able to show it in full. However, we will have enough chances on Saturday to enjoy all the different drivers, also Darren McCormack and Charlie Crossland, who is also joining us, and Tinko van der Velde, but all the other teams who are joining us as well for this for this special cause, Racing for Wishes 2022. You can see the donation info in the description below on YouTube, and we will make sure that we have the info on Twitch as well. Thank you
yeah,
all for watching. We will see you hopefully on Saturday around 11:30.
yeah, indeed. See you guys on Saturday. Bye.